First off, just want to say well done to Tesla and Elon Musk. Clap, clap, clap. Smash delivery numbers came out yesterday, and we'll get into that in the video. We're also going to look at next week's stock picks and the week ahead and the prior week and how did we do. What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy, Hold, Sell, and I hope, of course, you're all well. Today's a beautiful Sunday morning. I've been very, very busy. Anyone that has me on my social medias will know that I had my wife's birthday, and my wife goes large at her birthdays, and why not? So it's been non-stop partying and good times. She'd never been to laser tag, so she was done up to the 9, so it was quite funny because I took her to that first thing. There was only us two in the place, and yeah, it was a good laugh, good weekend. I was dying yesterday, and I had the 2 kids to look after on my own, and it was a tough evening while my wife went out with her brother. So today, feeling a bit better, doing this video, and then tonight I am partying all night because I have WrestleMania, baby. Let's go. So Tesla delivers record vehicles in Q1, output falls as China shut down ways. Okay, so we know about the China shutdown. I put into my my Discord, and I actually did a video during the week saying about the issues that they're having their 4-day shutdown. We talked about the issues, how that would maybe affect the stock. Stock actually throbbed up on the next day on that news for some bizarre reason. Not entirely sure why that happened, but that's Tesla stock. That's why we always like to be in Tesla. Elon went on to say it was an exceptionally difficult quarter due to the supply chain issues. And we talked about all the supply chain issues. We talked about the COVID issues there as well. But they delivered 310,000 vehicles in the quarter, a slight increase from the previous quarter. But it's up 68% from a year earlier. And phenomenal growth, especially when you compare it to like GM and Ford, the other car dealers. You know, they're all their numbers are down. Tesla is 68% year-on-year growth. Absolutely, truly phenomenal, especially with the supply chain issues, COVID, you know, all the problems that there may be. Put into the Tesla Discord on the 31st. I've sold it out. I've got 2 full shares just left in, pretty much all out, and that is pretty much all out. There's substantial more money in them, and I was also 3 times leveraged, as you know, on the channel for the last sort of 4 weeks. We ride the good times, we leverage the good times up. And Tesla on the week, from the Monday to the 31st where I sold, it was a further 3% gain. I have since sold. We've seen the stock fall about 1.45%. There was a bit of a sell-off on Friday across the board, but the reason I sold is TA, baby, TA, all about that TA. We've been having a great run. It's, you know, it was getting to the point where you should be taking profits in all the Bollinger Band area here. Sell symbol came in on the 30th. I read it because that was the end of the day. I thought, look, I'm not selling out of this prematurely. We'll see what way it goes. And then it sort of rolled up, and I thought, yeah, looking at the R chart, whatever, I just thought, let's just get out of it. But I don't want to be fully out of it because at the end of the day, there was a sell symbol that came in here, and you would have missed this huge rise. Tesla is its own beast. We will see what way it happens on Monday. Those delivery numbers were phenomenal. However, you know, I expected good numbers, so it will be interesting to see what way the market reacts to all of that. Argo blockchain was one of our other picks, which had a very choppy week. You're down about 0.9%. Bitcoin was choppy, and we'll get into Bitcoin in a moment. Argo in the after hours did have this huge jump up of about 4.2%. So that's interesting to see what way it'll open up. Albertsons is another one I want to talk about because the last 6 weeks we've been riding Albertsons. It's been phenomenal. We know my plan with it is the recession play. It's looking forward to, it's looking to the next sort of 12 months going, where's the world going to be then? I believe possibly in 12 to 18 months there'll be a recession. So within that, we look at Albertsons, we look at you know, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and last week we talked about it being down. It was selling off, and I wasn't being fearful. I was buying. I told my Discord, I'm still buying here. I'm taking the opportunity of these dips, and voila, this week 3% up from the gains that I was buying at last week. And if you look at last week, I was picking this thing up at $32, so that's actually over 3% rise. So that's a nice place. So you don't want to be too fearful. The charts don't look particularly great on Albertsons, but the reason I'm building Albertsons is because we've been swinging in and out of it. I was rebuilding my position again, snapping up all these lower prices, and it's all to do with the future. So the charts, yes, will help me to buy and sell, but it's a longer hold for me on Albertsons, so that's the update there. Our top performing stock last week was ABML. I did a video, and I'll share the link to that video. You can go in and get an update on that. Phenomenal gains, 33%. Yeah, delighted to see ABML do that. I've done all the TA, so you may as well go and watch the video rather than me talk about it here. The week was okay. It wasn't great. Stocks closed higher. Bond yields rise after jobs report. So we're still in our TLT, we've got our bond hold, we've got our gold hold. They're not doing particularly great, but we're building these positions. So this is 12, 18, 24 months in mind, taking advantage of this. A bit like when we were talking about buying the oil back in sort of March, April, May time of 2019, because it was dirt cheap and you just knew it was going to go up, but you weren't going to get any gains anytime soon. Charts look horrible. There's just certain stocks, charts aside, that you just know just nibble away. This will be okay. So look, there's no guarantees with any of this stuff, but I'm happy enough just building up a small position and all this type of stuff going forward for the week ahead. So the S&P on the week, you can see the heat map here. You know, more greens than probably reds. It was quite a good week, but the big boys, Google, the Amazons, the Apple, all had a down week. Tesla though, 7.32% on the week, even though it doesn't tie up with what we just looked at, but okay. But yeah, look, it was a decent enough week. The financial sector still doing well. We've got a position in Bank of America. Again, that's sort of for the medium term. We've talked about that on the channel because interest rates are going to go up. Banks are going to benefit of that. Recession may come, which will hurt the banks. So there's kind of a window here of, well, this should do all right. So we're building positions all around the place, and I'm putting all this into my Discord. If you're interested in the Discord, the link is down below. Very one-off small fee to get in there, just to show you that you're keen. Now, something I put in under the Discord on the 28th, and this is part of the reason why I've been doing a bit of selling this week, is because last year and historically, the lead up to tax season, which is on the 18th of the month, if I'm correct. Usually from the first of the month, there's just a sell-off and certain people are just getting rid of their books. They're getting rid of their dead losses, balancing their books, doing all tax things like that. And last year it was brutal, real sell-off. So within that, I decided, right, let's just pull out some of our swing trade money. So we've been pulling out our Tesla money. We've been pulling out, I sold my Nike positions. I sold, the list goes on. Building up that cash pile in case this is going to be a choppy couple of weeks. So unfortunately, I feel that there could be a gaping coming this next week or so. So just treading carefully. I will trade daily. Start of the day, looks like it's going to go a green day. I might just trade indices this week, a bit like what we've been doing before this kind of rally started, when it was really just the markets were terrible. We were always in the market, maybe buying and shorting. So I'm probably just going to revert back to doing that this week. So there's not really any stock picks as such, but there is plenty of charts that look good. But just considering what I've said there, I'm alright just to sort of sit this out. I would say about cash position wise, I'm probably just over third in cash now, so I'm still substantially in compared to, say, what, 2 months ago when I was sort of only a third in the rest cash. So I am a wee bit more safe in the markets. Crypto is doing well. It's at an interesting space. You know, it needs to stay above this 45 level. If it falls below that, you know, you hold on to your seats kind of thing. It could end up getting very messy again. We just got to stay above our averages, guys. It's as simple as that. Now, we've had some good trades on Ethereum this week. I put a little bit into the Discord. It's had a great run. Let's just see, when our buy symbol came in, you'd be up 31%. So anyone that has access to the trading course will have seen, boop, buy. Okay, I'll buy on the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day. And I would have been in this trade, and I still would be in this trade, and I would be up 32%. So that's not a bad return in a couple of weeks. Happy enough with those trades. The week ahead then, what to expect this week. The US equity markets rallied to finish the week on Friday, while the 2-year and 10-year Treasury notes yields inverted, raising recession concerns. So remember that dreaded word, recession. For the week, the Dow fell 0.12 and the S&P ended 0.06 higher, while the Nasdaq rose 0.65. Oil prices remain volatile, reflecting on ongoing supply shortages exacerbated by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So look, there was talk potentially of maybe a peace deal. It's not materialized. There's a guy in the Discord, Brandon. He says, you know, oh, this will be all done and dusted in 2 weeks when it started, and I think we're what, 2 months in there. I'm still not there. So they said, look, they're going to open up the reserves. We should hopefully sort out a few things. It's worst quarter since 2020 as Dow Jones fell 4.5%, the S&P retreated 5%, and the Nasdaq dropped 9%. The bond market suffered its worst quarter since 1980. So just one hell of a gaping. So the Purchasing Managers Index reports, that'll be what the eyes are on. The Federal Reserve's minutes for its latest FOMC meeting. So that's where we're going to maybe hear a bit more about the interest, what the likelihood is of the rate hikes, when they're going to do them, things like that. Looking at this chart for a couple of months now, we can see here, you know, the commodities, oil, still the key areas where you'd want to be, and we are heavily in commodities. We've got gold, so we're doing well on our trades, and that's really the week ahead. Nothing too choppy, and like I said, I'm more worried about the end of the tax season, so just going to check carefully for this week and next week. We'll just see what way it goes. But you know, you can be jumping in on anything. That's the good thing about the charts. The charts look good. I could jump in, open up an hour chart, you know, a half 3, see what way the market is settling, open it up and go, right, what are we trading today? And then you can just jump in and out of things there. Just use the charts and just trade carefully would be sort of my thoughts for the week ahead. And we've just welcomed actually a few new people to the Discord as well, and the trading course. So well done to you for taking the step to change your lives. I'm sure you will find the benefits straight away like everybody else. And lastly, I just want to share a video here you might want to check out. It's a sad one. It was about sort of what the politics is in the YouTube space. A guy called Chicken Genius, a guy I followed, has quit, bullied off it by your bigger players in the space, maybe your Webcams and financial education, people like that. I don't follow those channels. I just think that they're out for their own agenda, and this guy made a great lot of points. So here's my video, tribute to him, my thoughts on everything, and then you should watch his video as well, because he does open up a lot of home truths. That's everything. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.